Okay, so as we all know that today's session is regarding costing upload, uh, costing extract and upload, and as well as pricing extract and upload. So let me share my screen. And I don't think this would take so much time because we have only like four programs to discuss over here. And uh, we have two different custom programs. One is for extract and one is for upload for discrete item. And we use this custom program to change the cost for an item. And this program is run from KK Inventory Master Administrator. And this is as well, I think it is scheduled in the system from KK Cost Generic User. So for any of the discrete orgs, this is the program where uh, uh, I think the business users will run this program. They will take an extract of all the items along with their cost, and if it needs any modification, they will just correct it and they will place the modified file in the inbound folder, and they would run another program called update program. So first, as per the flow, they would run the KKINVINT discrete costing mass extract program with the corresponding organization parameter. And once this program gets completed, what this program would do is it would place the data file containing all the cost related information for that particular org in the corresponding path. Outbound INV costing. So this is the folder where the outbound file will get created with the naming convention INV underscore the corresponding name underscore the system date. So once the file gets created in the system, they would just open and see all the item belonging to that corresponding org, and if at all, if they have to modify the unit cost for those items, and they would update it over here. And what they would do is the same Excel file will be placed under the inbound directory, inbound INV costing. So this is the manual step which is involved here, because the cost update they would do it manually over here. Whether they have to change the resource cost or overhead cost, everything they will change it and they will place it under the INV inbound folder, and that is of the same path, INV and costing. So once they place it, they will be running the next custom program, which is KKINVINT discrete costing mass update, and they would provide the file name over here. Whichever file they have modified and placed it under the inbound directory, they would provide that file name and the program will get completed. This program will internally trigger the cost import process, after which you can go to that item and check the cost would have got updated. So initially the resource cost was 30, but now it would be 33, and overhead whatever we update in the file. So if we query for that item, we can verify the cost has been updated. Anything to add up, Mark, on this?
No. The only ones we ever update are the material costs. Because we have a set overhead rate and a set labor rate. And so if we wanted to fully cost everything, we would just run a cost roll up out of the EQP org. But so we use this program to update the material costs for the purchased items.
Okay. Yeah. But this program also has an ability to update the other cost, but usually the business follows that they update only the material cost.
Yeah, it does.
And the cost type would be frozen, the default cost type, which would be...
we update the pending. The pending is what we update. and then you run a cost update to roll the pending to frozen.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. So similar to what we have at the discrete side, we also have at the OPM side a similar program that would not have discrete in its naming convention, but it would have KK INV costing mass extract. It also behaves in the similar way, where you will have to run that program for the corresponding manufacturing org. For example, over here we are running it for MXT and the calendar KK 2021 and for period 9. So once we run this, it would generate the outbound file with all the cost related details in the same directory, outbound INV costing, and with the file name will be INV underscore the corresponding org and the system date. So once we get the file in the outbound directory, the business user would open this file, and in case if there is any update needs to be done on the cost, they would just update it and place the same CSV file over to the same inbound INV costing path. So once this is done, they would run the costing mass update program, and this is for OPM orgs. The first custom program which I was talking about for discrete, and this one without discrete in its naming convention is for OPM org. And this would again trigger the cost import. So we'll just give the file name over here, and if we go to the item cost, and we can check whether the cost of that item has got changed or not. And this is what it is for the cost update and extract. Is there any doubt for both discrete and OPM? And sorry, these programs are not scheduled. It would be run on need by basis.
Yep.
Whenever they need to update the cost.
Yeah, usually once a quarter.
Any questions or doubts?
¿Tienen alguna duda, Ro? No.
Okay. So after this, we can go on to the pricing upload. So we have a custom program for price list, extract and upload as well, which is KKOMINT price list maintenance master. This is the program, and it would have parameters action, which would have create, download and upload. As in, to create the price list, upload the price list with any updates like adding an item, and to download the price list. Here it is a single program which is used for both extract and upload. So I'll just go through the MD50 for this. So we can have create price list and upload price list, and it would create a new price list, and it would put an end date for the existing price list and create another line with a different date range when it is run with the upload price list parameter. And you can update the price for the existing price list as well. And if at all, if we submit with the download parameter, the price list would be sent as an attachment to the concerned user, whoever has submitted that program. And let me go through the file structure for that. So we have ADS price list, MXT price list, TQP price list, internal order price list, everything. So what they do is the file structure would be something like this. Okay. I think it would be in CSV. Since I'm taking it from archive, you would find
It's
the
a text.
different
That one's
structure. Yeah.
Yeah. The OPM is CSV, but the pricing is a text file.
Thank you, Mark. So it would have all the price list. I think I did open a sample document. Just give a minute. So this would be the template in case if you want to create a new price list, then you will give the price list name, description, currency, round to, and the corresponding items, whichever needs to be added, and you will run that custom program. Price list master, you will just place this file under the server directory. This is the directory. ProdEBS inbound OM price list. So you'll just fill in the details and you'll place it over here, after which a new price list will be created, or in case if there is any update needs to happen on that price list, then again you will have to download that price list and do an update and again place it in this folder where only the parameter would get changed. You'll just have to select the corresponding action, whether you are going to create or upload or download. So we don't have two different programs for this, both are the same, extract and upload. So if you have to extract, you'll just have to click on download and give the price list name. Anything to add up, Mark?
No, we don't. I've never used the create function. I think we used it maybe when we first started Oracle, but we typically just start out with a download to give us our current price list, and then we we open it in Excel, even though it's a text file, and then we can edit the prices, and whatever date you want it to start on, there's a field in the extract file, the start date or effective date.
Yeah, effective date.
And
so over here.
Yep, you just put whatever date you want those new prices to go into effect. Like if I wanted to start on August 1st, I would put in August 1st, and then when you run the program, it will put an end date of 1 day prior to the new effective date. So it would end date the existing price on July 31st, and then the new prices would take effect on August 1st. I don't normally go and verify each price. What I do is I look at the number of records to be updated, and when you run the program, it tells you how many records were updated successfully, and as long as it did them all, I'm good. This is a pretty stable program, so we don't have much problem with it.
But how often do they run this program, Mark?
That's usually once a quarter also.
Okay. Any questions?
¿Tiene preguntas? Fer.
En la parte de costos, no sé, Rosy, si ¿por qué actualizan el costo?
Ok. Oscar, ¿tú nos podrías ayudar a preguntarle, por favor?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. No lo escuché. ¿Qué dijo? Algo costo.
Sí, no te preocupes, Oscar. La pregunta que queremos hacerle es respecto a manufactura discreta. ¿Por qué actualizan el costo?
Why do you guys update the cost? That's their question.
In discrete manufacturing.
Right.
Because our suppliers change the price we have to pay for certain parts change. Like stainless steel prices change periodically.
Los precios cambian.
Yep.
Okay. ¿Alguna otra duda? A ver.
No, nada más era eso.
Rose, en la lista de precios, ¿no? Porque hacen actualización también, o sea, descargan la lista de precios y suben a lista de precios de ventas. Es lo que está ahorita, a lo que estaban explicando hace un momento. Okay. No more questions. Divya, Mark, thanks. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rosie. So, I think we covered costing, extract and upload, but there is one other program where you can update the list price or the buyer from the item master form. I'll just give an overview on that particular program, and this is the one, KK list price or buyer update. So if you see in the item master and the purchasing tab, we will have the list price and the default buyer. So we have a custom program which is KK list price or buyer update application program. This is as well not a scheduled program. It is run on need by basis. You will just run with extract mode, and the file will get you will get a .csv file which would be under xxkk file logs directory, which is nothing but the corresponding instance and the log folder. So you will get a file with this particular naming convention where you can see the item, the corresponding organization, list price, and the buyer name. So all you have to do is, in case if at all there is a change in the list price or the buyer, you will just have to modify over here and then re-upload the file under the same path. And run with the mode as update, and you will have to pass the file name. After which it would trigger the standard program import items, and you can see the changes in the item master
And all the other orgs.
Yeah. Since we are updating in master organization KKM. I think the template would have only KKM org, right, Mark? But it would
No.
go on update in all the other orgs.
Now, when you run the extract program, it extracts every item org combination. So you'll see an
All
item.
the organizations over here.
Yeah, and then you'll see all the orgs that it's assigned to.
Okay.
And then we use an Excel file and link to, we just do a vertical lookup to update the ones we want to. And then we put the new file in and run the program. And it'll go through and change those on all those orgs.
Okay. Okay, if there is any change only on one particular item, then we will run for that item and it will display all the organizations to which the item is assigned.
Yeah, you can run it. You can run this program in a certain range of items. Generally, we just run the whole thing because the extract only takes 20 seconds to do the whole extract.
Okay.
And then we just update the ones that have changed, and we can just delete the records of ones that remain the same. Because when you're doing the update, it does take a while, and so the more records you're updating, the longer it takes. So I try to only have records that are changing in my update file.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. Any questions, Rosie? So these are the key chemicals which are involved in the cost extract and upload, and also the price list extract and upload. But other than that, I'll share you this document which would also have other key programs. You can just go through it. Maybe these programs we would have discussed it like in the process flows, or these are as well like few of the reports which are used by the business, and these are the custom programs which are in use. You can just go through the additional programs. Any questions, team?
¿Tienen alguna duda? Well,
No, Rosy.
no. Divya, how many price lists do you have?
I think
You
we
know.
have for EQP,
Oh, my-
ADS, MXT, internal order, price list.
I think we probably have about 15.
15.
Yeah. There's a lot of them for our BST business.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. ¿Tienes alguna duda, Fer?
But other than BST, I think the majorly used ones are internal order price list, EQP, MXT, and ADS.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. No more questions so far. Go ahead. Thanks, Mark, Divya.
Thank you,
Certainly.
Rosie. So Mark, I think we have covered today's session. Costing extract and pricing extract and upload. Is there anything else which you need to cover, or we can wrap up the session?
I think we
Okay.
can wrap it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah. But I'll also share the document which would contain the list of other concurrent programs, maybe a few reports. You can just go through that. And on the previous session for the mixed serialization, I made to get the document from Vara. So once I get that, I'll share that, and along with that, I'll share this one as well.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
Have a
you.
day.
great day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Gracias, Oscar.